Looking ahead to some really nice conditions here in the next few days, plus a rain chance by Friday. More on those first alert forecast details ahead.
Heading outdoors now, our meteorologist Sarah Gannon joins us live from the weather patio. Sarah, what are you tracking for tonight?
Well, hey there, Olivia. Things pretty quiet in the area here for tonight. We will be looking at some increased cloud cover throughout the overnight. But aside from that, looking quiet for our Thursday. Temperatures staying below average. However, keeping an eye on some rain chances by Friday, extending into Saturday morning. No washouts, but keep the umbrella handy. Heading into the holiday weekend, really looking ahead to some more warmth, especially by Monday. Things will certainly feel a lot more summer-like here by next week. Sky conditions pretty quiet. Radar picking up on some rain potential south of I-90. However, not seeing any confirmation of that rain actually making it to the ground this evening. Heading into tomorrow, temperatures still staying below average into those low, maybe mid-60s if we can get there in the Mankato area. Overall, looking at a pretty nice day here for our Thursday, despite slightly below average temperatures, but looking at a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. We'll talk more about those rainfall details on the way for Friday ahead in your first alert weather.
All right, thank you, Sarah. We'll check back in soon.
And we certainly have been enjoying some really beautiful weather here the last couple of days. Certainly a tad cooler than maybe many of us would like to see here. But we are gearing up for more summer warmth heading into next week, just in time for Memorial Day, often the unofficial start to summer. A look at today's allergy report here tonight. Trees back up to a high level today, dust at a moderate level, all other allergens sitting at a low level. We'll be right back with your first alert forecast. Enjoying another beautiful day out there. The sunshine absolutely gorgeous. Temperatures, though, could be just a touch warmer. We'll see more of that warmth here the next few days. Tonight, looking at some increased cloud cover for the area, but staying pretty comfortable. For the late week, then, we'll look to continue on with some slightly below average temperatures, some rain chances on the way by Friday. Not a washout, so some great news there, but we'll take any little bit of moisture we can while we have it. Heading into the holiday weekend, then gearing up for more warmth on the way. Things feeling much more summer-like as we enter into Memorial Day on Monday, often the unofficial kickoff to summer. So here's a sneak peek at that Memorial weekend forecast. Tracking some rain chances here, evening opportunities, afternoon and evening, I should say, for Friday. Some morning chances lingering in for Saturday. Notice, though, temperatures continue to trend warmer heading into Sunday and Monday, going from the low 60s on Friday to low 80s by Memorial Day on Monday. And we will manage some really nice sunshine there for the second half of Saturday into Sunday and Monday. Friday into Saturday are at this point in time the only two chances that we see in the next 7 to 10 days for rain opportunities. We stay pretty dry heading into next week. So with that warmth comes some nice sunshine for us here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Taking a look at future track, we'll start things off at Thursday morning, heading into the afternoon, starting off with some clouds to begin with, but clearing out some nice sunshine here by Thursday afternoon. Heading into Friday, though, we will see clouds increasing once again, especially by that morning commute there, 7 a.m. Heading into the afternoon and extending into the evening hours, tracking some rain chances on the way after about 2-3 o'clock, potentially looking at some rain starting off to the west, gradually making its way through the region here by Friday evening. So we may still see a few showers lingering towards early Saturday morning, but things will stay very straight and isolated in manner. For tomorrow, high temperatures will be into those lower, maybe some mid-60s if we can bump up those temperatures. Temps should be roughly about 5 to 8 degrees or so below average, so a little bit closer than what we were today for those average highs. But still trending cooler. Things, though, maybe looking to change heading into the holiday weekend. As we talked about, those warmer temperatures on the way. Climate Prediction Center anticipating in the next 6 to 10 days that temperature outlook looking at about 80 to 90% chance of above average temperatures in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Continuing with that warmth into those first few days of June with highs there around 70 to 80% chance of being above average. So looking at that 7-day forecast for Mankato, potentially some mid 80s on the way by the early next week. That'll be on after some more seasonably cool temps the next few days. 10-day forecast for the Rochester region. Bit of a transition happening over the weekend. We trade out those low 60s here for the late week into those low and even mid 80s heading into next week. So Memorial Day, certainly Mother Nature getting the memo to kind of bump up those temperatures and make it a little more summer-like for the region.
A little bit of rain this weekend, but it's going to be beautiful overall.
Yes.
Thank you, Sarah.
We are gearing up for some nice conditions here in the weather department, especially for the holiday weekend and next week. We will have a rain chance on the way. That will be for Friday, extending into early Saturday. No major systems on the way, so plenty of sun and some warmth on the way. Tomorrow, though, is still slightly below average with temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s and a mix of sun and clouds. More on those first alert forecast details are ahead. And while we continue to see some chilly temps the next few days, we're gearing up for more summer-like warmth heading into next week, just in time for the holiday. We'll talk more about those forecast details in your first alert weather coming up.
Meteorologist Sarah Gannon joins us live from the weather patio. Sarah, what are you tracking for our Thursday?
Well, hey there, Olivia. Gearing up for some quiet but cooler weather on the way for our Thursday before we bring in more warmth heading into next week. So taking a look at your weather headlines here this evening. Overnight, things on the quiet side will increase some cloud cover as well. Late week, though, so your Thursday or Friday, we're looking at some more below average temperatures. A rain chance later in the day on Friday that will extend into Saturday morning. By Sunday, then, things will feel a lot more summer-like just in time for Memorial Day on Monday there. So a much warmer holiday weekend in store for the region. Future radar looking pretty quiet here for the region. That increased cloud cover we're starting to see, but radar picking up at a little moisture, really not seeing any of that actually making it to the ground. Temperatures for tomorrow looking to trend into those low, maybe some mid 60s at best, but still below average here for this time of the year, and a mix of sun and clouds on the way. We're talking more about that rain chance and how warm those temperatures will be by next week. That's ahead in your first alert forecast.
All right, thanks, Sarah. We'll check back in soon.
We certainly enjoyed some gorgeous weather out there across the region today. Heading into the overnight, looking at some increased cloud cover, but temperatures pretty manageable, very seasonal. Heading into the rest of this week, the late week tracking more below average temperatures. Some rain chances popping back in by Friday that will extend into Saturday morning before we feature some more summer-like conditions for the holiday weekend and into next week. So Memorial Day certainly doing well by kind of ushering in that not only that unofficial start to summer, but summer-like temperatures. Temps continue to stay below average here Friday and Saturday. As I mentioned, some evening rain chances, late afternoon, evening opportunities there on Friday. Some morning showers by Saturday. Dry conditions Sunday and Monday. So if you have some outdoor plans, maybe some programs, activities there on Memorial Day Monday, things looking very nice. A little warm with temps climbing into those low 80s. Rain chances staying confined to Friday and Saturday here at this point in time, looking very dry before and after those 2 days. So timing things out with Future Track, we'll start the clock there Thursday morning. By Friday afternoon, looking at some really nice sunshine. So tomorrow looking very pleasant. Clouds, though, returning heading into Friday morning, and we'll look to see more of a cloudy day Friday, but we do bring back in some rain chances after Friday afternoon, extending into those evening hours. So staying very sparse in manner. Tomorrow, no rain chances in the forecast. Temperatures, though, staying below average in those low to mid 60s. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast for Mankato. Temps gradually climbing into the 70s by Sunday, 80s ahead for the holiday there on Monday. 10-day forecast for the Rochester region, continuing with our spring-like temperatures here the next 2 days with below average temps here through Saturday. We, though, warm back above average Sunday, extending into next week. And like I said, Mother Nature kind of taking the hint that Memorial Day is the unofficial start to summer, and things will feel very summer-like and warm with highs in the 80s there next week.
A couple of things to keep an eye on with those rain chances.
Yes.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Nick. Here's one more look at your 10-day forecast. Still feeling very spring-like here through about Friday, maybe Saturday, with temperatures there in the 60s. We will track a rain chance later Friday afternoon and the evening, extending into Saturday morning. Things, though, feeling a lot more summer-like as we ring in the unofficial start to summer there on Memorial Day, Monday. Highs reaching those low 80s, and we should be cruising very nicely into the low and mid 80s throughout much of next week. Some nice sunshine as well. A little rain chance there just before the holiday starts.
Next week truly looks like summer.
It really does.
Even though I think June 21st is actually when summer technically starts.
Yep, about mid-June in there. Yep.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow night at 9.
It was a beautiful day outside today, however, a little chilly, especially when it came to those high temperatures today. Many of us seeing highs into the upper 50s. Temps really struggling to hit that 60-degree mark in some locations. So average highs here, averaging, I should say, about 10 to 15 degrees below normal. So cooler than average. The good news is by tomorrow, temperatures slowly working their way up. We should be able to crack those low 60s tomorrow. Kind of a mix of sun and clouds, so depending on how long that morning cloud cover sticks around, that may potentially limit some of those temperatures tomorrow. But gearing up, though, for more summer warmth. So we continue with our spring temperatures here through the end of the week. Some rain showers returning to the area Friday. And then we gear up for some very summer-like conditions by Memorial Day and especially throughout next week. So kind of the weeks of two seasons here, spring to kind of finish out this week, summer in full swing next week.
A mix of both worlds. Thank you, Sarah. We'll check back in soon.
And we are gearing up for more spring-like conditions here the next couple of days, trading that out just in time for the Memorial holiday on Monday with some summer-like conditions. So heading out the door tomorrow, looking forward to more sunshine by the afternoon. Cloud cover to kick off the day, but we are gearing up for temperatures to still be below average into the 60s. So more spring-like conditions tomorrow, but summer certainly on the horizon by next week. More on those first alert forecast details next.
Meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We certainly saw some great conditions out there today. The sun was beautiful. The next big thing, though, is going to be some summer warmth returning to the forecast area. Tonight, we will stay pretty quiet. Some gradual increasing of that cloud cover. The late week continue to stay below average when it comes to our temperatures. Some rain chances, though, back in the forecast area by Friday. More so afternoon into the evening hours and gradually tapering off by Saturday morning. The holiday weekend, though, looking absolutely beautiful, very summer-like with high temperatures climbing into the 80s. So a little sneak peek here at that Memorial Day weekend. We are tracking those rain chances, as I mentioned, Friday afternoon and evening extending into Sunday morning. Not a washout. If you do have some outdoor plans, you may want to keep the umbrella close by just in case. But temperatures starting off here for the weekend, the long weekend, in the low 60s. By Monday, Memorial Day, we'll be looking at some low 80s. So Sunday and Monday looking very dry. If you have some programs, some events happening on Monday, a very nice, pleasant day to spend some time outside. Looking at the next 7 to 10 days, just Friday and Saturday, keeping an eye on those rain chances there. Aside from that, pretty dry forecast here over the next stretch of days. Heading into tomorrow, we will see some cloud cover for the first half of our Thursday. Temperatures will be in those lower 50s. We should manage to climb into those lower 60s here by tomorrow afternoon. Area-wide, looking at temperatures ranging anywhere from around 60 to about 65. So pretty decent day once we kind of clear out that morning cloud cover. If it sticks around a little longer, that may potentially impact some of those temperatures by tomorrow afternoon. A look at that 10-day forecast here. Still very spring-like through about Friday into Saturday. Temperatures, though, becoming much more summer-like heading into the holiday there on Monday, and especially into next week, where we look at more days in the low to even mid-80s. And aside from Friday and Saturday, pretty dry stretch of weather on the way. So hopefully we can get a little moisture out of the late week here, but at least if there are some outdoor plans or events happening here for the holiday weekend, shouldn't be looking at any impacts there.
Certainly looks like a kickoff to summer in that forecast for sure.
Sure does.
All right. Thank you, Sarah.
With a beautiful stretch of weather on the way, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast here, checking out areas for Austin, Mason City, and Winona. Temperatures will continue to feel spring-like into those lower 60s here between Thursday and Friday. We will have to watch out for some rain chances, more so isolated activity come later in the day Friday, extending into early Saturday morning. Things, though, feeling very summer-like here as we head into the second half of the holiday weekend. Temperatures climbing into those upper 70s, some low 80s, maybe even some mid-80s as we extend into late May towards early June next week. So a beautiful stretch of weather on the way, very summer-like here as we ring in and kick off the unofficial start to summer there on Memorial Day on Monday. Nick? Let's take one last look at that 10-day forecast. Still very spring-like weather here the next couple of days as temperatures stay below average into the 60s. We'll start to see some improvements by Saturday. We will also keep an eye on some rain chances Friday afternoon, evening into Saturday morning. No major systems on the way. So if you have any outdoor plans here, especially for Memorial Day on Monday, any outdoor programs or events happening, weather will cooperate. And oftentimes we think of Memorial Day kind of kicking off that official or unofficial start to summer. And I think Mother Nature kind of taking the hint as well. Temperatures will be into those low 80s by Monday and expecting to kind of hang out there. Low to mid 80s on the way throughout much of next week. Some sunshine as well. So some great conditions here all across the board. And of course, we'll take that little moisture when we can.
Some rain chances Saturday morning, but overall looks like a great weekend to get out and about.
Really does.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Your morning news starts at 4:30.